Mahadana, a wealthy merchant, had passed away, leaving his vast estate to his two sons, Arjuna and Nanda. Disputes over the inheritance began immediately, causing unrest and division within the family. Once close brothers, Arjuna and Nanda became rivals, each vying for a greater share of their father's wealth. Their quarrels spilled into the household, involving their wives, children, and extended family members. Anger and resentment grew as the family's harmony crumbled under the weight of material greed. The villagers witnessed their conflict with sadness, fearing the consequences of their unresolved disputes. The brothers' arguments often echoed through the streets, disrupting the peace of their once serene village. Friends attempted to mediate, but neither Arjuna nor Nanda would compromise or yield. In desperation, the elder villagers suggested seeking counsel from the Buddha, who resided nearby. Reluctantly, the brothers agreed, realizing their quarrels had become unbearable for everyone involved. They traveled to Jetavana Monastery, carrying heavy hearts and unresolved grievances. Upon arrival, they bowed before the Buddha, their faces filled with sorrow and frustration. The Buddha observed them silently, his eyes reflecting boundless compassion and understanding. With a gentle gesture, he invited them to sit and share their troubles. Arjuna spoke first, accusing Nanda of greed and dishonesty in claiming their father's treasures. Nanda retorted, stating that Arjuna was the one driven by selfishness and desire for control. Their heated words revealed deep wounds, rooted in their mutual distrust and fear of loss. The Buddha listened patiently, allowing each brother to express their anger and sorrow. When their voices grew quiet, he began to speak, his tone calm and steady. "Tell me," the Buddha said, "what is it that you truly seek through these possessions?" Arjuna hesitated before replying, "Security for my family and respect in our village." Nanda echoed similar sentiments, speaking of stability and legacy for his children. The Buddha nodded thoughtfully, his serene presence easing their turmoil. "And has this inheritance brought you peace? Or has it brought you greater suffering?" he asked softly. The brothers looked down, their silence an acknowledgement of the pain their conflict had caused. The Buddha continued, sharing a parable to illuminate their situation. "Once," he began, "there was a poor man who lived in despair, unable to meet his basic needs." The brothers glanced at each other, intrigued by the unfolding story. Unbeknownst to him, a precious jewel had been sewn into the hem of his robe by a kind friend. The Buddha paused briefly, allowing the weight of his words to settle in their minds. For years, the man struggled, unaware of the great wealth he carried with him everywhere he went. His story unfolded with a simplicity that carried profound meaning and timeless wisdom. It was only when the friend returned and revealed the hidden jewel that the man discovered his true riches. Arjuna and Nanda listened intently, their earlier anger replaced by curiosity and reflection. "The jewel," the Buddha explained, "represents the inner treasure of wisdom and compassion within each of us." The brothers exchanged glances, their expressions softening as they began to grasp his teaching. "You quarrel over worldly possessions, yet the wealth that truly matters is already within you," the Buddha said. His words struck a chord, resonating deeply within their conflicted hearts. "Reflect on this. Has your inheritance brought you happiness? Or has it sown bitterness and division?" Arjuna and Nanda remained silent, the truth of his question echoing in their minds. "Greed clouds the heart and blinds the mind," the Buddha continued. "But wisdom reveals the path to true contentment." The brothers lowered their gazes, their anger diminishing in the presence of the Buddha's profound insight. "Material wealth is impermanent," he said, "but the bonds of love and understanding endure beyond the transient world." The brothers sat, quietly, contemplating the wisdom of the Blessed One's words. The Buddha's teachings planted a seed of change within their hearts. offering a path to reconciliation. Harmony within a family is the greatest treasure, the Buddha concluded. His voice filled with warmth and compassion. Seek unity, not division. Seek peace, not conflict. Seek love, not greed. Arjuna and Nanda bowed before the Buddha, their minds and hearts beginning to transform. The brothers remained in the monastery, seeking further guidance and practicing meditation. Through reflection, they gained clarity, understanding the futility of clinging to material possessions. The Buddha's presence and teachings brought peace to their troubled minds and hearts. The family's discord began to dissolve, replaced by a desire for unity and healing. Villagers observed the transformation with awe and gratitude. Inspired by the wisdom of the Buddha, the brothers reconciled, their actions guided by the Buddha's timeless truths and compassionate teachings. Their journey to Jetavana marked a turning point in their lives, restoring harmony and love, though their father's estate remained. Its significance faded in light of their newfound unity. They returned to their village, carrying the priceless lesson of true wealth within their hearts. The Buddha's teachings continued to guide them, ensuring peace and compassion remained at the center of their lives. Another day, the sun rose over the monastery, bathing its serene grounds in soft golden light. Arjuna and Nanda remained, seeking solace and understanding from the Buddha's teachings. The brothers were quieter now, their heated disputes replaced by introspection and a yearning for clarity. The Buddha, observing their progress, decided it was time to deepen their understanding of attachment and suffering. As the brothers approached him, he welcomed them with a gentle smile and a calm demeanor. Today, the Buddha said, I shall speak of a man blinded by desire, chasing the fleeting shadows of worldly gain. Arjuna and Nanda sat respectfully, their hearts and minds open to the wisdom of the Blessed One. The Buddha began his tale, his voice steady, each word carrying profound meaning. There was once a man who found himself trapped in a forest, pursued by a ferocious beast, he said. The brothers leaned forward, captivated by the opening of this new parable. In his panic, the man stumbled upon a deep well and saw a fragile vine extending from its edge. The Buddha continued, clinging to the vine. He descended into the well, seeking to escape the beast above. He narrated further. As he hung there, he noticed two mice, one white and one black, gnawing at the base of the vine. The Buddha paused briefly, allowing the imagery to settle in their minds. Looking down, he saw serpents coiled at the bottom of the well, their fangs glistening with venom. He added. And yet, his gaze was drawn to a honeycomb, dripping golden sweetness just within reach. The Buddha described. Oblivious to the dangers around him, the man reached for the honey and tasted its fleeting sweetness. He concluded. Arjuna and Nanda listened intently, the vivid tale painting a picture of desire's perilous nature. The Buddha continued, offering the deeper meaning behind the parable. The beast represents the inevitable suffering of life, always present, always pursuing. The Buddha explained. The vine is life itself, fragile and finite, as the mice of day and night wear it away, he said. The serpents symbolize the certainty of death, awaiting each being at the end of life's journey. He taught further. And the honeycomb represents the transient pleasures of the world, tempting but never truly satisfying, he shared. The brothers remained silent, the depth of the parable's meaning resonating with their own struggles. You cling to the vine of life, chasing the honey of possessions, unaware of the greater truths surrounding you. The Buddha continued. Wealth and desires are fleeting, yet they bind you, blinding you to the eternal wisdom within, he told them. Arjuna and Nanda exchanged glances, their earlier attachments beginning to feel shallow and insubstantial. Reflect on this, the Buddha said. How much of your suffering stems from clinging to what cannot bring lasting joy? His words, like ripples in a still pond, stirred the brothers' hearts. urging them toward deeper reflection. The Buddha guided them through meditation, helping them to see beyond the illusions of the material world. Look within, he said, and discover the jewel of contentment, wisdom, and compassion that no inheritance can provide. Day by day, the brothers grew more aware of the impermanence of all things, including their father's estate. They saw the futility of their disputes, their hearts softening as understanding and compassion took root. The lessons of the Buddha were like a balm, easing the wounds of greed and anger in their souls. Villagers began to notice a change, the brothers' demeanor reflecting newfound peace and humility. The Buddha's teachings continued to illuminate their minds, leading them toward harmony and reconciliation. Arjuna and Nanda began to realize that true wealth was not in possessions but in love and unity. The Buddha's presence, his words, and his compassion transformed their hearts, offering them a path to lasting peace. As the sun set over the monastery, the brothers bowed before the Buddha, gratitude shining in their eyes. The parable of the man in the well remained with them, a guiding light on their journey toward wisdom. They returned to their family with a renewed commitment to nurture the bonds that truly mattered. Through the teachings of the Buddha, they discovered the strength to let go of greed and embrace compassion. Their reconciliation became a source of inspiration for the villagers, a testament to the power of wisdom and love. The Buddha's lessons echoed in their hearts, ensuring the seeds of harmony continued to grow and flourish. Another day, the brothers returned to the monastery, eager to deepen their understanding of the Buddha's teachings and guidance. They approached the Buddha respectfully, their minds calmer and hearts lighter than when they first arrived. The Buddha welcomed them with his warm presence, sensing their readiness for further wisdom and enlightenment. Today, he began, I shall share a tale about a farmer who discovered the essence of true abundance and fulfillment. The brothers sat before him, their attention fixed, eager to absorb the significance of his story and teachings. The Buddha's voice resonated gently, weaving the story's imagery into their hearts and minds. There once lived a farmer who owned a barren field, struggling to grow crops despite his diligent efforts, the Buddha said. Day after day, he tilled the soil, his hope unwavering, yet the field yielded little more than weeds. He continued. Frustrated and desperate, he decided to consult a wise sage. Seeking a solution to his plight, the Buddha narrated. Arjuna and Nanda exchanged glances, already sensing the parallels between the tale and their own situation. The sage advised him to enrich the soil with care, patience, and the nourishment it required to thrive. The Buddha shared. Following the sage's guidance, the farmer dedicated himself to cultivating the land with devotion, effort, and mindfulness. He continued. Over time, the barren field transformed into fertile ground, yielding an abundance of crops that nourished his family and village, he said. The brothers listened intently, the farmer's transformation stirring thoughts of their own journey toward reconciliation. The field, the Buddha explained, represents the heart, often barren from neglect but capable of thriving with wisdom and compassion. His words illuminated the connection between the tale and their struggles, guiding them toward deeper understanding. Material possessions, the Buddha said, are like crops, fleeting and finite. True abundance arises from the soil of the heart. Arjuna and Nanda reflected on his teachings, recognizing the need to nurture their hearts and relationships with care. The farmer's efforts brought prosperity not only to himself but to his community. His actions rooted in generosity, the Buddha continued. Generosity nourishes the heart and unites people, creating bonds that are far stronger than the pull of material wealth, he shared. How have your disputes over inheritance impacted your family and your community? The Buddha asked, guiding them to reflect. The brothers lowered their gazes, their silence revealing the harm their quarrels had caused to those around them. To heal the heart, cultivate understanding, patience, and compassion, as the farmer did with his barren field, the Buddha advised. His teachings resonated deeply, planting the seeds of change within their hearts and minds. The brothers began to see the futility of their previous actions and the enduring value of reconciliation. The Buddha guided them in meditation, encouraging them to let go of resentment and embrace the virtues of love and harmony. Meditation, he said, is the act of tending the soil of the mind, cultivating clarity and serenity within. Arjuna and Nanda practiced diligently, experiencing the transformative power of mindfulness and introspection. Unity within your family will yield a harvest far greater than any wealth or inheritance could ever provide, the Buddha said. His words became a beacon for the brothers, illuminating a path toward peace, healing, and unity. Villagers marveled at the transformation within the brothers. Inspired by their actions and the wisdom of the Buddha, the family began to rebuild trust and love, their bonds growing stronger with each passing day. The Buddha's presence and teachings continued to guide them, ensuring they upheld their commitment to harmony. Through generosity and kindness, the brothers found joy and fulfillment, far beyond what possessions could offer. The tale of the farmer remained with them, a reminder of the importance of cultivating the soil of the heart. The brothers' reconciliation inspired others in their village to seek wisdom and harmony within their own lives. The Buddha's teachings echoed throughout the community, spreading peace and compassion far and wide. As the brothers departed from the monastery, they carried not only their inheritance but the priceless gift of enlightenment. Their journey to the Buddha was a turning point, reshaping their lives and relationships forever. True wealth, they realized, was found in the love and unity that bound their family together. The Buddha's wisdom became their guide, ensuring they embraced compassion and understanding in every aspect of their lives. The villagers celebrated the transformation, grateful for the light the Buddha's teachings had brought to their community. The brothers' story became a legacy, a testament to the power of wisdom and the enduring bonds of love. The lessons of the Buddha flourished in their hearts, nurturing a lifetime of peace, joy, and fulfillment. Thank you for watching. Buddha's teachings are always with you. Subscribe to our channel and we will see you in the next video.